happening today while we're all gathering. Oh, I see Lolita likes this music. So this is Janet Klein and her Parlor Boys, who are a local band here. If you don't know them, they're wonderful. This is off of Janet's album Shanghai Shuffle, which you can get really on any streaming service that you like. It's a wonderful album. I've been bouncing around to it all week. Cheers me up instantly. Listen to Janet sing for the loop. Seems like an appropriate song.
I'll never stoop to onion soup, and pork and beans are taboo, 'cause I'm getting myself ready for you.
I just love Janet Klein so much. And you know, she's been doing her own live streams that you can check out. So I'll post a little link after the show if you want to check out what Janet's been doing. It's a great way to spend some of this quarantine time. Well, so now that we've had a few more people joining, let me talk about our charity today, because you know, every time I do a show, I do a different charity or repeat charities. In this case, I am doing a repeat because I'm asking for donations again to CORE. So everybody in Los Angeles knows this. It's not a surprise to anybody here, but if you're not in Los Angeles, California has been locked down again, and some of our openings have been dialed back, and there's been a flood of people trying to get testing, and it's been a little bit hard to come by. And so CORE is the organization that has been sponsoring and funding the testing that's been happening here in Los Angeles County, and so I wanted to give them a little bit more funds so that they can get more testing done, test more people, and hopefully everybody can be safe, stay home, stay healthy, and maybe we can get things open again soon. Okay, so hi, everybody. Okay, so let's talk about my show. So I didn't broadcast it until last night when I decided that I was going to do this, but because as I was saying, you know, things have shut down again, and it's a little bit depressing. I have been listening to music that makes me happy. So music like Janet Klein that I was just playing, but I also find that just going back to some of the old school American musical theater songs is very comforting for me, and I realized that I've been remiss. I haven't done a lot of Rodgers and Hammerstein on my shows, and so I thought, well, what's more comforting than Rodgers and Hammerstein? So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to do a whole bunch of Rodgers and Hammerstein, and you know, I know that they have this reputation for being silly, for being a little bit lame, maybe to some people. I don't feel that way. And so I'm going to do some songs that I'm sure you'll know, and maybe a few that you don't know. I hope so. And, you know, just kind of, I think that this is the right music for the moment, and hopefully you agree. When the sky is a bright canary yellow, I forget every cloud I've ever seen. So they call me a cockeyed optimist, immature and incurably green. I have heard people rant and rave and bellow that we're done and we might as well be dead. But I'm only a cockeyed optimist, and I can't get it into my head. I hear the human race is falling on its face and hasn't very far to go. But every whippoorwill is sending me a bill and telling me it just ain't so. I could say life is just a bowl of jello, ain't a Flowers was a song sung by Nellie Forbush in South Pacific. Nellie Forbush is like the role that I was born to play. If there's any casting directors out there, just, I'm your girl. I should be your Nellie. Shameless plug for myself. I am very dry as per usual tonight. But I did want to do another Nellie song because I love her so very much. I'm going to move this a little bit closer, though, because my track is a little quiet. And this is one that I think you're going to know. I'm not going to talk too much tonight because I got a lot to sing. I'm just waiting for the song to come around. In a second. I'm going to get the giggles. I expect every one of my crowd to make fun of my proud protestations of faith and romance. And they'll say I'm naive as a babe to believe every fable I hear from a person in pants. Fearlessly I'll face them and argue their doubts away. Loudly I'll sing about flowers in spring. Flatly I'll stand on my little flat feet and say, love is a grand and a beautiful thing. I'm not ashamed to reveal the world famous feeling I feel. I'm as corny as Kansas in August. I'm as normal as blueberry pie. No more a smart little girl with no heart. I have found me a wonderful guy. I'm in a conventional dither with a conventional star in my eye. And you will note there's a lump in my throat when I speak of that wonderful guy. I'm as trite and as gay as a daisy in May, a cliche coming true. I'm bromidic and bright as the moon, happy night, pouring light on the dew. I'm as corny as Kansas in August, high as the flag on the 4th of July. If you'll excuse an expression I use, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with a wonderful guy. Dance break. But if I was in the show, which I should be, I would be dancing around a beach. But I'm not, I'm just in my apartment because of COVID. But whatever, I'm gonna dance anyway. I'm as trite and as gay as a daisy in May, a cliche coming true. I'm bromidic and bright as the moon, happy night, pouring light on the dew. I'm as corny as Kansas in August, high as the flag on the 4th of July. If you'll excuse an expression I use, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with a wonderful guy. I mean, can you be sad after that song? Okay, maybe you can be sad because of the way that I sang that song. Hopefully you're not, though. I don't know. I can't be sad after that song. I love it. Okay, so Rodgers and Hammerstein, actually it's really Hammerstein that came up with this idea. Oh, Kyle liked that one. Hi, Kyle. So Hammerstein came up with this idea actually before he started working with Richard Rodgers of the song, the I Don't Love You song. I did not come up with that term. Somebody smarter than me did a long time ago, but I like it very much. So what Hammerstein felt is that it was a little bit ridiculous for two characters to meet in a musical and immediately start singing love songs to each other. But if you didn't have them sing love songs to each other, it would take a really long time to get there. And so he came up with this idea of having the two characters singing to each other about how much they don't love each other. although they kind of do, or about what they would do if they were in love with each other, which of course they actually are. And this is one of the most glorious of those I Don't Love You songs. I've actually got two of them. But we're going to start with the one from Carousel, which I think is one of the greatest songs that they've done. I've just got to make sure I've got the right track. When I work in the mill, weaving at the loom, I gaze absent-minded at the roof, and half the time the shuttle would get tangled in thread, and the wharf would get mixed with the woof. If I loved you, but somehow I can see just exactly how I'd be if I loved you. Time and again I would try to say I'd want you to words wouldn't come in an easy way, round in circles I'd go, longing to tell you, afraid and shy, I'd let my golden chances pass me by. Soon you'd leave me, off you would go in the mist of day, never if I loved you. Gorgeous song, isn't it? Gorgeous song. I mean, I know Carousel is kind of a problematic show, but it's a gorgeous song and it's a gorgeous score. Oh my gosh. So I first learned that song when I was in college, and I was an ingenue soprano. Nobody really knew what to do with me though, because I loved singing songs like that. And they said, yeah, you're not really though a Julie Jordan type, because, you know, she cries a lot. She just spends most of the show crying about how her man is terrible to her, but she loves him anyway. And they, being my acting teacher, said, nobody's gonna believe that you're the type to do that. You're more Lori. You're Lori in Oklahoma. That's who you are in the Rodgers and Hammerstein world. So let's do a Lori song. It's also an I Don't Love You song. Don't throw bouquets at me. Don't please my folks too much. Don't laugh at my jokes changing things. People will say we're in love. Don't please praise my charms too much. Or please don't look so vain with me. Don't stand in the rain with me. People will say we're in love. Don't take my arm too much. Don't keep your hand in mine. Your hand feels so grand in mine. People will say we're in love. Don't dance all night with me till the stars fade from above. They'll see it's all right with me. People will say, let people say, but people will say we're in love. Hey, the I Don't Love You songs. But of course, it's not always that charming and that easy. And, that was a joke. Don't tell anybody. But, we have in this world, even still, couples who truly can't tell anybody that they're together. And, every time that we take a step as a society towards people being able to actually say who they love and be together, I always think of this song. It's Rodgers and Hammerstein. It's from I'm just gonna take a glass of water before this one. I was gonna cough. We don't cough. It's COVID. From The King and I, which is another show that I love. Also not without problems in today's day and age, but we still kind of love it. So, but this is the two secondary characters singing this, and again, I think it's one of their best songs. I'm gonna get serious and sing it though, because it's a very serious song. We kiss in a shadow. We hide from the moon. Our meetings are few and over too soon. We speak in a whisper, afraid to be heard. When people are near, we speak not a word. Alone in our secret, together we sigh for one smiling day to be free. To kiss in the sunlight and say to the sky, behold and believe what you see. Behold how my lover loves me. the ballads are just gorgeous, aren't they? So gorgeous. Oh, now a lot of the ballads that they wrote, though, are songs that I don't do. I don't do them on personal, moral grounds, ethical grounds, because a lot of them are songs that they're the woman, they're the long-suffering woman singing about this guy that she loves, who doesn't appreciate her, but she loves him anyway, and you gotta understand him. She's the only person who understands him. Oh, seriously, look them up. There's a lot of them. I'm not going to play armchair psychologist or psychiatrist and try and understand what it was in Hammerstein's background that made him think that women were like that. But he did. However, there is one song in that line of thinking that I actually do really like, because I think that it is somewhat realistic, because this woman is absolutely annoyed with this man and does not want to be in love with him and does not want to be in this relationship. And it was from their musical Allegro, which wasn't a big hit, but it's a good musical and a fun one. And it's got this song, which was a big hit for Joe Stafford with a big band. So here we go. The boss gets on my nerves. I've got a good mind to quit. I've taken all I can. It's time to get up and get and to move to another job, maybe another town. The gentleman burns me up. The gentleman gets me down. The gentleman is a dope, a man of many faults, a clumsy Joe who wouldn't know a rumba from a waltz. The gentleman is a dope and not my cup of tea. Why do I get no dither? He doesn't belong to me. The gentleman isn't bright. He doesn't know the score. A cake will come, he'll take a crumb and never ask for more. The gentleman's eyes are blue, but little do they see. But why am I beating my brains out? He doesn't belong to me. He's somebody else's problem. She's welcome to the guy, but she'll never understand him half as well as I. The gentleman is a dope. He isn't very smart. He's just a lug you'd like to hug and hold against your heart. The gentleman doesn't know how happy he could be. Look at me crying my eyes out as if he belonged to me. He'll never belong to me. The gentleman is a dope. The gentleman is a dope. He's a dope. That's right, a dope. I like that word. I'm just going to keep saying it. Dope, dope, dope. Anyway, okay, so speaking of dumb men, though, who don't quite get it, who don't appreciate the women who they should appreciate, let's talk about the Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella. A lot of people don't know that Rodgers and Hammerstein did a version of Cinderella, but it's wonderful. It was originally a TV movie in the late 50s. Launched the American career of Julie Andrews. She needs therapy. That's right, Lolita, she needs therapy. Most of Rodgers and Hammerstein's women need therapy. I'm not gonna lie. They kind of do. But we love them anyway. Anyway, Cinderella needs therapy. I mean, let's just talk about this. This chick sits all day in her own little corner, in her own little chair, imagining herself to be wherever she wants to be instead of where she actually is. And then she goes and she talks to farm animals and things who become people. Because some crazy woman shows up and says, hey, I'm your fairy godmother, and boom, now you can go ride around in some produce. I mean, really. And then she goes and she dances with the prince and falls in love with him instantly. Boom. I mean, that's not a stable woman. Is that a woman that you think should become the monarch of a country? No, absolutely not. Which is why I maintain that the smartest and best characters in the entire piece are the stepsisters. That's right. I love the stepsisters. And I love their song. And so I'm going to do it. And I'm going to cheat and look at my word switcher right there. Why would the fellow want a girl like her, a frail and fluffy beauty? Why can't the fellow ever once prefer a solid girl like me? She's a frothy little bubble with a flimsy kind of charm, and with very little trouble I could break her little arm. Oh, why would the fellow want a girl like her, so obviously unusual? Why can't the fellow ever once prefer a usual girl like me? Her cheeks are a pretty shade of pink, but not any pinker than a rose's. Her skin may be delicate and soft, but not any softer than a dozy's. Her neck is no whiter than a swan's. She's only as dainty as a daisy. She's only as graceful as a bird. So why is the fella going crazy? Why would the fella want a girl like her, a girl who's merely lovely? Why can't the fellow ever once prefer a girl who's merely me? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? That is a tough song. And then get the words out. All right, so speaking of tough songs to get the words out, my dear friend Lolita, who is here this week, amused me because I posted on social media a thing saying, everybody, I want you to say how we met, but I want you to make up a story. And Lolita made up the story, which I think is completely plausible, that we met while we were stranded in the Alps. And it was my pitch-perfect yodeling that alerted the rescuers to our needs. Yes, you like this, Lolita. And I said, well, yes, it's because I've been practicing at the Sound of Music sing-along all of these years. And so, Lolita, for you, first of all, because it's you, my darling, I have brought an appropriate vintage hat, which I am going to put on. And we are going to practice and see if I can get through this thing, and rescue will be coming. High on a hill was a lonely goat herd, lay-o-de-lay-o-de-lay-o. Loud was the voice of the lonely goat herd, lay-o-de-lay-o-de-loo. Folks in a town that was quite remote heard, lay-o-de-lay-o-de-lay-o. Lusty and clear from the goat herd's throat heard, lay-o-de-lay-o-de-loo. Oh, lady-o-de-lee, oh, lady-o-de-lay, oh, lady-o-de-lee, oh, lady-o-de-lee, oh, lay. A prince on the bridge of a castle moat heard, lay-o-de-lay-o-de-lay-o. Men on a road with the load two-toed heard, lay-o-de-lay-o-de-loo. Men in the midst of a table d'ote heard, lay-o-de-lay-o-de-lay-o. Men drinking beer with the foam of float heard, lay-o-de-lay-o-de-loo. Oh, lady-o-de-lee, oh, lady-o-de-lay, oh, lady-o-de-lee, oh, lady-o-de-lee, oh, lay. One little girl in a pale pink coat heard, lay-o-de-lay-o-de-lay-o. She yodeled back to the lonely goat herd, lay-o-de-lay-o-de-loo. Soon Mama with a gleaming glow, turtley, odelay, odelay, woo-hoo! What a duet for girl and goat, turtley, odelay, odelay. Oh, lady odelay, oh, lady odelay, oh, lady odelay, oh, lady odelay, olay. Happy are they, lady odelay, oh, lady lay, hey-ho. Soon their duet will become a trio, lady odelay, 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 odelay. I can't believe I got through that. Oh, well, Lolita, darling, that was for you. Thank you for that fun. I'm going to take my hat off now. Oh, and can you believe it? We have come to the end of our show. Oh, but thank you, everybody who donated to CORE and who enjoyed this. I'm glad that we were able to get together and do these songs and these shows, and that I'm able to have this time together with you. And I hope that what it does is it entertains you a little bit, but I hope that I'm able to sort of send you back out into the world, well, not out into the world, but back into your lives, feeling a little bit better about everything. So, there's kind of the perfect song for any moment like this. It's from Rodgers and Hammerstein, so I think I'm going to close with it. And just know that I'm thinking about all of you, and I'll see you again in another 2 weeks with more songs to lift your spirits. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky, and the sweet silver song of the lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk Bye, everybody. I will see you again in 2 weeks with more music. Stay well. Bye for now.